this. So turns out I'm right. Again, the same man. I can see some things are coming, and I just kind of forecast what's going to happen next, kind of like checkers or chess or something like that, right? And it's not just me. You guys have the ability to do it, whether you do it or not. That's up to you. And so I've been saying that there's a bunch of things because people are like, well, AI is not going to take every job. Yeah, it's not only AI. It's outsourcing. It's immigrants willing to work for less. It's overdebted college students that's just buried in debt that just need jobs. And one of the things I talk about, I just witnessed it firsthand. And so I had to jump on and talk about it. And that's this. And smash thumbs up if you're starting to see this or if you heard about this. So I'm in line getting panda because my son likes to have panda, right? So we'll go and get, some orange chicken, some broccoli or something like that. And so I noticed like the past month that we've been going, we probably go like once a week. So about the past month, it's been really slow. So typically around this time, pick him up from school, go to Panda, it's probably 5 to 7 minutes in a drive-through. That's it. 5 to 7 minutes, we're out of there. But lately, like I said, probably about the last month, it hasn't been that way. So for the past month, it's been more like a 12 to 15 minute type of deal. Right? Now we're in line 15 minutes as opposed to 5. And so we get to the front, we get to the window. So we get to the front, the window, and it's a nice guy. He's been there as long as I've been going there. And I say, yo, what is happening? Like, man, the service used to be so much faster. Like, what's going on? And he kind of took a deep breath, and I knew he was about to. I probably asked a question I shouldn't have asked because I'm probably about to get more of an answer than I bargained for. Right? I just anticipated like a one-line response, but I knew he was about to pour it out. Like this dude had some pinned up. I'm not gonna call it tension, but it wasn't good, right? So. And so I was like, what is it? Smash thumbs up, by the way. Hi, what's up to everybody watching? It's going to be a short video, so help me out. And he was like, smash thumbs up, smash thumbs up. I appreciate it, guys. He was like, well, we used to have a bigger staff, and we no longer have a big staff. And I was like, so what's happening? He was like, well, I'm at the window, but now I also have to leave the window and field the orders, make the food, and then bring it back to you. And he said, that's what's taking too long. He said a month ago, appreciate the thumbs up. Shout out to everybody, whoever left that thumbs up. Shout out, put your name in the comments. I'll shout you out real quick. If you leave that thumbs up, I'll shout you out. If you're a new subscriber, I'll shout you out. But I'm just talking about auto money. They're still trying to get rid of you. And so I'm looking at, because who can we fire and keep their salary? And so he was like, we used to have like more workers, more employees. And he said, but we can keep any. We had to get rid of some. They haven't filled the positions. And he said, I don't know if it's a money thing or not. It's probably not. And he said, now I'm being forced to not only take the order, but I have to go and fill the order. And I was like, so how many jobs do you do? Like, how many people have you replaced? And he was like, what do you mean? I was like, when you're at work, how and you're doing all of this, how many people does a company not have to hire because you're doing all this? And he was like, I do the job of at least 2 to 3 people. And I said, there you go. So the company's able to fire, lay off, or not hire 2 to 3 more people because this guy is doing the work. So why am I saying this? Remember I told you that one of the reasons companies are going to start laying people off, is because they're going to do shared workloads. And this ain't anything new. They've been doing it for years, but I think it's going to amp up. And so now you're starting to see shared workloads where this guy in a drive-through having to do the job of 2 or 3 people. That's shared workload. They're not going to fill that position because you're going to fill it, because you may go, well, they need to fill that position. They've already filled that position in their minds. You're the one who fills that position. Now you're overworked. You're not making enough money. They're wearing you down physically. And you're burned out trying to do all this work. Are you ready, Wes? You're burned out trying to do all this work. Wes, I need you to open the door. By the way, if you have a question or comment, you're welcome to let me know. We're home. I thought I'd cut the video off by now. Airplanes are very loud. We're very close to the DFW airport. Come on, buddy. All right. Smash thumbs up, smash thumbs up. I'll probably take this video into the office. Here you go, Wes. You go get the door open. All right. Watching my big fella go get the door open on the house. All right. Sorry, guys. I got some stuff in here I got to get. But I could end the video if you guys want me to continue. Take it into my office while my son eats. We could do that too. Let me know in the comments. You want me to end it, come back later, or you want to continue? Because I got some stuff I want to say. I got some stuff that I want to say. Beautiful day out in the neighborhood. Beautiful, beautiful day. Ooh, it's getting a little chilly. You got it, buddy? Thank you. All right, give me a second. Here, Wes. Your food. Don't drop it. I'll bring the drink in a second. All right. Smash thumbs up, smash thumbs up. What's up? Hello to everybody who's saying hi in the comments. I appreciate that if you give me a couple seconds. We'll set up in the office. Let me get comfortable. Comfortable real quick. Here you go, bud. Let's get your food out. I feel like I'm on home food. What's up, everybody? This. Give me a second. Give me a second. As soon as I get this set up for him, we can get into some stuff. And all right, Wes. When my kids get married one day, my son doesn't know what marriage is right now. He's gonna buy them a house. Buy my kids a house. That's how I want to live. Those things I want to do. Let's put the iPad up on the table. Wes. All right. There you go, bud. Say hello, Wes. Look. Say hello. All right. So, all right, let's talk a little bit before we get off here, because I still got I got one more kid to go and get, but let's spend a little time in the office. And appreciate all the thumbs up. Appreciate everybody saying what's up. Appreciate all of that. So this video went a little longer than I thought it would, but now that we're on, let's go ahead and talk about it. So, I appreciate everyone who stayed on while I was making my way back home after grabbing my son some early lunch or late lunch. And so, but I've been saying this, and I mean this. And again, I don't get any joy out of coming on here and saying, hey, you're going to lose your job, or you're gonna get fired, you're gonna get laid off. That's not something I enjoy doing, because I understand how it affects you, it affects your family, it affects everyone your paycheck supports. So I understand that. So I'm not doing this just to be right. I'm not that guy. Trust me, this is one of the situations that I'd rather be wrong. But unfortunately, I think I'm going to be right about this. And again, That's not my goal. And so here we are today. Smash thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for tapping in. And again, that is not it's not my goal to be on here saying that I'm right, you're wrong. It's I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just trying to help people to understand that something is happening. What it is, I don't know. I don't know how the AI takeover is going to look. I got an idea. I don't necessarily know, how quickly jobs are going to be lost. I'm guessing just based on 1 million being lost this year that a year from now this thing will be faster, smarter, right? And still not forget anything. So it's just the knowledge is just going to be compounding. So if that's the case, then probably like minimum, bare minimum 2 million jobs. Bare minimum 2 million. Because it's got to at least double just based on this thing learning. And then worst case, 10 million jobs. And I think it's going to be a worst case because we're starting to already see companies that are focused, intentionally focused on getting you out of there. And it's not because they don't like you. It ain't personal. It's not because they don't love you. They may. They may genuinely care about you, your dog, and your spouse and your kids. It can be true because even me, so if you know me, you know I have a moving service, bookandmove.com. And my booking service is fully automated. But I can understand from a business perspective, that's why I always try to see both sides, that if I had a legit moving service and I could hire robots to do the moving, then hey, Carl, I love you. I appreciate you. I respect you. You've done a heck of a job. Mary, you've done awesome. But guess what? I have robots that can do the job. I can hire them. I don't have to pay them. They work nonstop. I mean, you can't beat that. Or a better word would be you can't compete with that. I can't. And so what I try to share is, first of all, first thing you need to know is, hey, or the first question you should be asking is, can I be replaced by AI, automation, immigration, immigrants, debt burdened students that are burdened by debt? Can I be replaced? And if the answer is yes, or I don't know, or maybe, then you can be replaced. If your job is on a computer, if it's on the phone, you certainly can be replaced. Well, if you can be replaced, just think about all the people. I got a friend who does my taxes, right? And I could do my taxes without him better than him just using AI. I don't even need him, right? And it ain't personal, just that I don't need you because AI knows the law all the time, can just give me a list of what I need to do my taxes, and it's done. And so you're going to see people, because this is what I think the new wave is going to be. What's up to everybody saying hi in the chats? If you want to say hi, feel free to do that. I appreciate it. Salma, what's up? Show love, show love, show love. So, and if you're a new subscriber, let me know in the chat. I'll shout you out. So, by the way, the channel's been growing. I appreciate that. And I know it's not a million subscriber channel. That I'll leave that for the entertainers, the fluffers. I don't have time for that. My goal is not to have a million subscribers on YouTube. My goal is to change one life every day. To come on here and say what's really going on, what's really happening, and then hopefully that message gets to someone who's been praying for this answer and it influences your decision making process and changes your life. And it doesn't just stop at influence, it actually changes your life, right? Changes your life. You actually apply what you're learning. So when I come on here and I say, hey, you need to understand that your job is not safe, your job is not secure. You also need to understand that your paycheck should never be allowed to be your only source of income. And you also need to understand that stacking money in the bank in a savings account and just leaving it there waiting on bad things to happen, it's not just a bad idea, it's a terrible idea. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback about this. I know I'm going to get a lot of pushback about stacking money in banks and leaving it there because so-called professionals keep telling you, you got to save money, got to have an emergency account, got to put money in the bank, you got to invest in a 401k, you got to put money in the stock market for 30, 40 years. Stupid. Just stupid. The average person just struggling to put food on the table. A significant amount, a decent amount into the stock market would be that this low end, just 500 per month. That's 6,000 per year. Most people don't have that. So people are putting pennies into the stock market, counting on 40 years from now. Well, all those pennies add up if you're the casino. I'm just saying. It doesn't add up for you. Stocks. What? Okay, gosh, don't get me started on that. I just think the stock market is almost want to apply the SCAM title to it. But it's not, but it can be. For a lot of people, it is. If you're not putting any money into it, like a good amount of money, it ain't going to do nothing for you. Just imagine putting 100 bucks in there every month. Where are you going with that? You do better. You do better taking that 100 bucks down to the corner store, buying some hot dog buns and selling hot dogs. That's a better come up. Just the whoever thought of that was a genius. Like, even I'll take it even further. Whoever thought about, like, we need the average person who doesn't want to invest, terrified of investing. Thank you for the thumbs up. If you want to say hi, you can do so in the comments. If you want to drop your city and state, you can do so in the comments. And if you're a new subscriber, let me know in the comments. I'll shout you out. Appreciate it. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you're welcome to drop it in the chat. And if you've seen this happen or heard about this happening, please let me know. And so you're seeing what I call the takeover. So again, this all started with me pulling up at I think it's called a Panda Express, getting some orange chicken and super greens for my son because he likes that. And I'm like, what has happened, man? So I get to the window, just to recap for those who are just jumping in. So I get to the window and I say, yo, and I think the guy's name, Travis, maybe. I say, yo, I'm reading the name. I say, yo, Travis, what's happening, man? Like a month ago, we used to zip through this line. Like it was a Zoom process. And I was like, now, man, it's a 15-minute process. Like, what is going on? He kind of looked at me like that, and I knew that question, like he had a lot to say. I didn't have time to hear it all, but I knew he had a lot to say. And you can kind of see the frustration, sense the hurt. And the guy just took a deep breath and he was like, we used to have more people. And I was like, where is everybody? Because I've noticed, like, when I pull up to the window, there used to be like 3, 4 people right here in this little huddle area getting it done. Somebody's on a drink, somebody's grabbing the plate. And I was like, what is going on? He was like, he was like, I have to take your order and then I have to run and fill it and then bring it back. And if you need a drink, I got to do that. And if you need some sauce, I got to do that. Smash thumbs up, smash thumbs up. There's a few people on here. I appreciate the thumbs up. Help me out. Help me spread the news. The good news. And so he was like, I have to run and fill your order and then I have to come back. And he said, that's what's taking so long. I'm having to do everything. And I was like, normally, how many people would do that entire process? And he said, 2 to 3. And so I said, basically, you're doing the job of 2 to 3 people. He was like, essentially, yes. And the guy looked burned out. Don't get me wrong, really, really good guy. And he said, basically, yes. So I said, all right, so the company, because he was like, I'm not sure if they can hire anybody, they don't have the money. No, it ain't a money problem. These corporations run off debt anyway. So, well, maybe not all, but a lot of them do, which is not a bad thing. I don't want to get into good debt and bad debt, but we'll leave it at that. And so he was like, he said, I don't know if they're going to hire anybody. It could be a money problem. I don't know. And I was just thinking to myself, why would they hire anybody? They've already hired someone. I didn't say it to him, but I was thinking that, like, bro, they've already hired 2 other people to fill that position. It's you. See, the $20 they pay worker B and worker C, they don't have to pay them. That's $40 per hour that does not have to go out. $40 per hour times 40 hours per week. I want to say 1,600. 1,600 times 4 is, I want to say, 6,400. Maybe. Just leave it at that because my math is awful. And then you multiply, let's just say 6,000. And then you multiply that times 12. So essentially, they just saved $72,000, roughly $72,000 by overworking you. See, I've been saying this. I've been saying you're going to see shared workloads more than ever before. You're going to see assignments passed to team members, and the team members are not going to have a choice except to do the work because you don't want to lose your job. See, you're out leveraged. You're out leveraged. And you know why? You know why you're out leveraged? Why you can't fight back? Why you can't say no? Why you can't resist the matrix? Why you can't get out of financial prison? Why you can't escape financial purgatory? You know why? You know why they got you out leveraged? You know why? Because you only have that one paycheck as your only source of income. Remember I told you one paycheck is prison? One source of income. I shouldn't even say paycheck. One source of income is prison, financial purgatory. Because if anything happens to that paycheck or that source of income, everything happens to you. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. Let me know in the comments if you understand what I'm talking about. Am I making sense? Help me out. Am I making sense? Am I telling the truth? Do you guys believe I'm telling the truth? Or am I, like the kids say, am I telling a fake? Am I making this up? Am I telling a fake? You talk to me. Let me know. Are you starting to see this like I am? Are you starting to see automation take over people's jobs? Are you starting to see workloads passed to other employees? And the companies are daring you to say something, daring you to fight back, daring you because they know you don't have any other way to get paid. You have nowhere else to go. So pass the work to Mary, pass the work to Travis. They don't have a choice. They're going to do the work or go home, right? And you can't go home because you need the paycheck. Why? Because you've allowed your paycheck to be your only source of income. Somebody said, I agree. Kay said, I agree. So have you noticed workload share? We don't talk about that enough. That's a real thing. People are being forced because you're not volunteering. You're not sitting there and go, I want to work harder and still make the same amount of money. And I can make the argument that when they pass work to you, you make less money because the money you're due for doing the extra work, you never get, which means the workload increases, the pay stays the same, which essentially is a pay cut because you've been handed work that you should be compensated for and you deserve it, but you don't get it. Does that make sense? I know that was a lot. Sometimes I see it in my head differently, and then when it comes out, it doesn't make sense. I don't know. But you're going to start seeing workload share more, and more. And this is a real thing where positions like, okay, Johnny got fired. Okay, who's going to replace Johnny? Nobody. They're not hiring anybody. Johnny is going to have to do the work himself. I'm sorry, Johnny's work is going to be passed to everyone else, and they're going to have to do the work. Yeah, they're not hiring to fill Johnny's spot. Well, who's doing Johnny's work? Oh, that's your work. But they haven't paid me. Oh, they know you can't go anywhere. They know you don't have another source of income. Well, how do they know that? Because when they loaded you, when they uploaded all that work onto your desk, onto your computer screen, into your inbox, if you had another source of income, they wouldn't have you out leveraged. And you could walk into that office and go, I need to have a meeting with you. I need to have a talk with you. I'm not doing this without increased pay. But since you have not walked into that office, since you have not sent an email back or replied in that type of tone, then they know, just like I would know, just like you know. Hey, they haven't said anything? Okay, then they're good with it. Load it up. Load it up. So again, not enough people are talking about this. This workload share is a real thing. It's happening. Whether you like it or not, does not matter. Does not matter. The economy doesn't care about how you feel. Smash thumbs up, smash thumbs up. I know we can get more thumbs up. I appreciate it. Before I get off, smash thumbs up. You guys keep smashing that thumbs up. I'll stay on. If that dies down, then that tells me you guys are ready to get off. And so smash the thumbs up, smash the thumbs up. Let me know. Drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you're feeling. What are you worried about? Like, tell me, guys, in the future, are you worried about AI replacing you? Put a one in the comments if you are. Put a two in the comments if you are not. Are you worried? This is the poll for today. Are you worried about AI replacing you? Put a one in the comments if you are. Put a two in the comments if you're not. And then we'll do a three. Put a three in the comments if you're unsure. If you're not sure, put a three in the comments. One for yes, two for no, three for I'm not sure. Are you concerned in this next year, heading into this next year, that you might end up without a job in this coming year? Let me know. Let me know. How many concerned? I would be concerned if I did any type of job that AI could do. If I was on the phone doing my job, I'd be concerned. If I was in front of a computer doing my job, I'd be concerned. If I could do my job from home, I would be concerned. Somebody said, nope. All right, all right. So uh, I'm always curious. Like, so if you have a job, because here are the jobs that I think are safe. There are some jobs that are safe enough. Eventually, they can be replaced eventually at some point. But there are some jobs that I like, or some industries that I like, or some careers that I like that I think are kind of safe, right? And so that's going to be that's going to be any type of service industry. So any type of service industry like home cleaning, I think you're safe. So if you are a home cleaner or you have a home cleaning business, you're safe. If you are a mover, you move customers' furniture from one house to the other, I think you're safe. If you are a roofer, I think you're safe. If you are a landscaper, safe. If you are a dog walker, safe. If you are a, uh, what do you call it when like the nurses sit with like the elderly? I don't know what that's called. But if you're one of those, you're probably safe. If you're, man, I want to say nurses and doctors, somewhat safe because technology can eliminate the need for as many. I think you're still going to need nurses to draw blood if that's what they do. I don't know. Some things, but there are some things that automation can do, and they're not going to need as many nurses. Uh, let's see. Maintenance, lawn care, painting, cabinet installation, television mounting, so many others. In fact, let me go to my website. I'll give you my list. And if you want to see the list and you want to see the blueprint of what I do, go to middlemanceo.com. Middlemanceo.com. I have a list of, I'm not going to go through that list. It's like 25 of them. But if you do any type of service, hauling, junk removal, garage repair, all of those, then you probably have a safe job for now. Does that mean it's going to be safe forever? No, of course not. None of it is. I don't sleep on any of this. I always assume that at some point it's not going to be there. But today it's safe enough, right? Because I see the day, because man, this thing goes deep. You may not realize it, but I'm telling you, it goes deep. You're gonna see musicians. They're not gonna need you. All this stuff's gonna be automated. It's gonna be AI. Songs made by AI artists. I don't know how they'll do the concerts and stuff. Maybe people stop going. I don't know. Concerts ain't even gonna matter, I guess, if people are streaming, but you're gonna see AI artists. Then you're going to see AI movies. You kind of see that now. I mean, that's not going to be anything new. You're seeing cartoons or the Disney shows that don't really have real people in them. It's automation. It's technology. You're going to start to see that with real movies, and it's going to look like the people. It's going to look like if you watch a movie with The Rock, it's going to look like The Rock, sound like The Rock, behave like The Rock. It's not going to be The Rock. It's going to be AI. You're going to see all of this. You're going to see all of this stuff start to apply. You're going to see teachers out of the classroom because some type of automation, some type of AI can do this. You're going to see this one doesn't hurt me because I'm excited for it. When you go into Walmart, Walmart drives me crazy, but when you go into Walmart, there's like, I mean, as soon as you walk up to, and they're never looking at you, they always have their back turned. I don't know if it's just me, but as soon as you walk up to a customer service rep on the floor, you're like, I just get that sinking feeling like, oh my God, I know this is going to be just so uncomfortable. Just, excuse me. And then they turn around, never smiling, never happy, never want to talk to you. I don't want to talk to you either. But this conversation's got to happen because I need something, right? And then as soon as they turn around, just all kinds of negative energy just coming. You're like, oh my gosh, just you wicked witch, just turn back around, get on your broom and get out of here. And I just experienced that recently where I was like, oh my gosh, I got to stop this lady. Jeez. And it's so depressing, makes you like, you know what? I don't even want it because I don't want your energy. And you're not going to transfer that to me. And so if you've ever experienced that, let me know in the comments. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? One day you're not going to be here. And I'm excited because one day I'll walk in here and at the end of the aisle cap, there'll be, you know, at the end of an aisle, there'll be like a screen. And on that screen is going to be an AI representative, right? And it's going to talk to me, be nice to me, smile to me. It's going to tell me what I'm looking for, how to get to it. It's going to give me the reviews, what else you can buy with it, what other customers are saying about it. You know, it's going to give me all that. And then it's going to tell me have a great day, right? Anything else I can do for you? I mean, it's just going to be the most loving. You're going to see people just sitting there having conversations with it. You're like, you know what? You're like, I don't know how deep it's going to get. Maybe therapy at the end of aisle 7. Like, you know what? I had some things in my mind. I feel like I could share with you. You seem pretty easy to talk to. Like, I don't know if it's going to get that deep, but I'm telling you, I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm like, we're not even going to have to deal with you in the future. I'm not even going to have to talk to you. And I so look forward to that day. So I was I was talking the other day. Now this is way out of the box, but I got this crazy idea that we're going to be sitting at home one day with helmets, like these virtual reality helmets on or something like that, and we'll be shopping in the store with the virtual reality. We won't actually be there, but it'll be the real store. We'll walk down the aisle, look at that, double tap, it'll go on our bill, shipped to us. Technology is going to be something. It's going to be fun to go through this. Not going to be fun to everyone. So as I wrap this video up, don't be afraid of what's coming. I'm not afraid. God didn't give us a spirit of fear. I don't live that way. I don't encourage you to live that way. Whatever's going to happen is going to happen. The best thing you can do is be prepared for it. That's the best thing you can do. Understand that, hey, a lot of things are happening. It may affect my job. It may affect my paycheck. And I need to understand now more than ever, my job is not safe. It's not secure. Sure, I have a job today. I'm thankful for it. I'm going to do my best. But when I leave out of here today, when I clock out of here today and I get in my car and go home, I'm looking at you with the side eye because I know you might not be there tomorrow. You might break up with me on my way home. And I'm talking about the job. And so I don't know. I might wake up in the morning to an email not to come back to the office. So here's what I know. I know my job is not safe. It's not secure. Now that I understand that, because this is your game plan, now that I understand that, now I have to look at my sources of income. What's my income source? Oh, it's my job. It's my paycheck. Okay. So I'm stuck in the paycheck matrix. All right. So a paycheck that's tied to a job that's risky and not secure, not a good idea. Cannot be my only source of income. So now what? Now I'm going to find a way to make sure my paycheck is not my only source of income. It can be a source of income. It can also be my primary source of income, but it cannot be allowed to be my only source of income. So what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to go look at my bank account, look at my credit card. Yes, you can use debt to change your life. There's good debt, there's bad debt. I'm going to go look at my access to money, to capital, and I'm going to say, all right, before I sit back here and stack money in the bank and wait on bad things to happen so I could justify just sitting on dollars and doing nothing with it, and playing it safe and not taking a risk. By the way, playing it safe is the risk. It's the biggest risk. I'd rather take a shot and lose, take a shot and miss, than to not take a shot at all. I'm just built that way. Now, you guys, a lot of you, you're going to go through life plan and say probably not a lot of you on the channel because you're smart people. You're not. This channel is not an entertainment channel. If you're looking for entertainment and fluff, you probably left a long time ago. But for those that are here, the almost 3,000, you already know. You know what time it is. You're here because you need this information. You're processing it, and you're like, hey, you got it right, brother. We need to be prepared. I need to do something right now. So you can sit back and let this happen to you, whatever that this is. You sit back and let AI happen to you, automation happen to you, people replace you, workloads get bounced on you, compound on you. You can let any of that happen. It's up to you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do if I were you. I wouldn't let it happen to me. I wouldn't allow my paycheck to be my only source of income. I wouldn't stack money in the bank account, just leave it there and wait on bad things to happen, hoping they never happen. I'm not doing that. I'm going to go get some of the money out of the bank account or swipe my credit card and do something to put myself in a better financial position. I'm not going to trust. I'm going to wave and speak and love on everybody and show up at the Christmas party and clap for awards and say, hey, I love you. You're doing great. But when I go home at night, I'm already knowing this job ain't safe. It could be gone tomorrow. So I'm not going to trust that it's going to be there. When I go home and I got my discretionary time, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do something to move ahead. I'm going to do something to advance myself. I'm going to be progressive, right? And so I'm going to sit there and go, so I have one job that I do not trust. That job gives me a paycheck, and that's my only source of income. And then whatever I have left after I pay my expenses, I stack that in the bank account and I do nothing with it. Okay, yeah, that's the riskiest way you ever want to live. Let me know in the comments if you agree. You never want to live that way. You never want to have a mindset of saving money, stacking money in the bank. I appreciate the thumbs up. Let me know who did that. I'll shout you out. But you never want to be in the habit of stacking money in the bank, stacking money in the bank, stacking money in the bank, just for the purpose of stacking money in the bank. Because think about it. Because this is the one I probably get the most pushback on with that and don't buy houses. But this is the one I get the most pushback on is don't just stack money in the bank. Because people go nuts because they've been so programmed, save money, save money, save money, just in case bad things happen. Well, I got news for you. Bad things going to happen in this life. That's just the way it is. It's nothing you can do about it. It's nothing I can do about it. It's the way it is. Now, when they happen, I don't know. You don't know. But I know what you're going to say. That's why I save, so I can be prepared. And I'm going to say, that's cute. Now, look at the alternative. You could also, because you don't know when it's going to happen, well, a couple things. Number one, whenever it does happen, are there other ways you can pay for these emergencies besides tapping into your bank account? Yes. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Because I'm going to prove to you that stacking money in the bank and leaving it there is a scam and that it wasn't designed for you. It was designed for the banks. Oh, did I say that too fast? I'm telling you, it was designed for the banks, just like houses. Savings accounts are designed for the banks to win and you to lose. Okay? So you put your money in the savings account, leave it there. In fact, you already call it a savings account. That's why they named it a savings account. They may as well name it a leave it there account because that's what it is. So you pay your bills, you get a little extra money. What do? Because you've been trained, you've been programmed, you stack it in the bank. Because somebody told you that 3 to 6 months you got to have in the bank. Okay, so there you go, stacking money in the bank. Now, what's the purpose for that money? What are you going to do with that money? Oh, Sean, glad you asked. So here's what, because you guys like to justify. Here it is. Here's what I'm going to do with that money. If I have a rainy day or an emergency or something bad happens, I'm going to access that money and cover it, right? And then I'll show you I'm justified in saving the money because when I needed it, it was there. Speaking for the masses, you speaking for the masses, and you're the representative for all the masses for the 90%. Now I'm going to represent the 10%, and I'm speaking mindset wise. The 90% mindset is the one you have, and they're all going to stand and clap and agree with you because they're trying to stack money too because they think it's the right thing to do. Guess what? I'll let you in on a little secret. So did I. There was a time where I believed stacking money in the bank was a good idea. I don't believe that today. There's nothing wrong with having money in the bank. Nothing. But it should come from cash flow, not from just stacking. Okay? Don't stack it without a purpose. That's what I'm telling you. All right. So here's the alternative. All right. Let's say you had $1,000 in the bank and you blow 2 tires out and it takes $1,000 to fix that, right? Okay. You're going to say, hey, I told you so. I saved $1,000. My tires blew out. I bought the new tires. Okay, perfect, perfect. Now, let me hit you with a different scenario. Let's say I'm in your position, my tires blow out, right? But I took, and well, before the tires blew out, you saved yours to bail you out. You saved yours to bail you out of an emergency. I saved mine to bail me out of financial stagnation. So I took my money and I didn't wait on my tires to blow out. I put my money into something. So I took my $1,000 out of the bank. I said, screw you, bankers, gangsters, banksters. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my money out of the bank and I'm going to use it right now. So I took my money out of the bank, put it into some type of asset, whatever that is, start a business, uh, sell hot dogs, bake cookies, get a vending machine, whatever, something that generates money. Put my $1,000 into that. And then when the tire blew out for you, you got your 1,000 out. You're going to show me you got your 1,000 out, spent your money, got your tires, bank account is zero. Did I say that too fast? Your bank account is zero. Now, I have the same situation you have, but I took my money out and put it into some type of asset. And you're going to go, see, well, you can't get your new tires. Oh, wait. Okay. Can I swipe my credit card to get that? Yes. Can I borrow money from a friend to get it? Yes. Can I sell something to get it? Yes. Can I finance it through the tire shop? Yes. So what you're saying is, I don't necessarily have to have money piled in the bank account to cover emergencies. Exactly. So my account could be on zero, yours could be on 1,000. I can still cover the same emergency. There's just different ways of doing it. This is called access to capital. There are other ways this can be done. It's not just stacking money in the bank, right? So if you have an emergency today, you can swipe your credit card. You can finance it, whatever. Now, here's the big difference. You spend your $1,000. How much do you have left? Oh, I'm sorry, what? Say it again. Zero. So you have nothing left in the bank account. Zero. You did all that saving just to spend it on an emergency and now you got nothing? So you got to start this process over? That's how you want to live? No, thank you. No, thank you. So you saved up just to cover hard times, right? That's it? That's all that was for? Okay, right. And now you're down to zero because they don't put it back in there. Now you're at zero. Me, on the other hand, I took my 1,000 out, invested it into something, and let's say it only makes 200 a month. Well, that's 200 more than you have, and that's 200 every month. So in 5 months, I have my 1,000 back. And then 5 months after that, I have another 1,000 back. And it just keeps going. Whereas your account stays at zero until you save again. And you can't save because you don't have any other income source, so you got to go to work. So you're stuck in the matrix. I don't have to go to work. My asset is just growing and growing and growing because I wasn't afraid. I wasn't scared. I wasn't chicken. I went and got the money out of the account. And I used it to help myself. You didn't. You used it to stay small. You used it to protect yourself. I used it to help myself. See the difference? Put a 1 in the comments if you understand the difference. Put a 1 in the comments if you understand the difference. But I used it to change my life. And now I understand the lesson of using money to make more money as opposed to using money to stack in the bank. See, money's not a trophy. It's not something you just stack and look at. That's not what money is. Money is something that you use. Money is a tool. If I can just get you to understand that money is a tool, Tool, you should use it, use it, use it, use it. What am I going to do with this money? Use it to do what? Make more money. How am I going to use it? I don't know. Figure it out. Guys, I am on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, whatever they call it today. Middleman CEO. Do me a favor, go follow on those platforms. I got to get out of here. I've had fun. I usually don't get to do this in the evenings, but I thought it was important to get on and share this video and share what I think is happening right in front of you. And, you know, whether you move or not, that's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just telling you what I would do. So if you would want to learn more about starting a business that you can run from your phone, takes about 1 hour a week to run this business, yes, or less. I can do it way less, but for the average person, probably about 1 hour. If you want to learn how to start a middleman business using your phone, working about 1 hour a week, just mainly promoting your business, then go to middlemanceo.com, middlemanceo.com. Put in your information. No one's going to call you. Not now. Put in your information. Watch the free blueprint. Don't put in fake emails and fake phone numbers. If you do that, then if you're thinking about doing it, just don't. Just don't. Don't waste anybody's time. If you're not serious, don't waste other people's time. Come back when you're serious. That's all I ask. My team's time is very, very precious. Don't waste it. And I teach individuals like you, burned out employees, overworked business owners, how to start middleman businesses where you connect a customer to a service provider and you get paid in the gap. You get paid in the middle. If you want to see my website and how it works, go to middlemanceo.com and you'll see that my business is running right now and I don't move anybody. I don't talk to any customers. I don't sell anything. I'm doing live videos at 4 o'clock in Dallas. Obviously, I'm not at work. I can do this all day long because we've been so programmed that the only way that you can make money is you got to work hard. And that's not true. When you go to it, you don't even think about this, but this is a great comparison. When you go to a vending machine to get a bag of chips, is the owner, because someone owns it, is the owner sitting there working hard? You even see them? No. The owner has one job. Make sure the machine's plugged up and stop. Well, two. That's it. And then they go do what? Whatever they want to do. You go there. It's fully automated. You put your money in, put your buttons to get your chips, and the vending machine does what? Give you your chips. Anybody else involved in the process except you and the vending machine? Nope. Just you and the vending machine. See? So that thing makes money without anybody having to be there. That's what a middleman business is. That's why I'm telling you that, giving you that illustration. A middleman business makes money without you actually being there, without you doing the work. It's fully automated. You have let's say one of my students, right? The sparklinghomes.com. You go to his website. It's a home cleaning service. You can go there. I can do it right now. You could go there because I'm right in front of my computer. Oh, you can't see it, but I always see my students on my laptop. You can go right now to the sparklinghomes.com and it's going to say book your cleaning. Bam, click that button. I'm doing it right now. And it's got 3 forms, looks like it. You're going to fill out your information, tell them what you want. It's going to give you a quote, pay your deposit. Done. You're booked. He's paid. He doesn't even know who you are. He hasn't talked to you or anything. It's fully automated through the site or designed that way. And then a cleaner is going to get the information and then come out and clean you. Not my guy. I'm just saying. Vending machine. It's the same thing, except it's online. If you want to know more about that, you're serious, you don't want to waste time, and you want to learn how to start your own middleman business, go there, pick your program. And when you do, understand there are payment plans with the program. The price is going to go up and not go down very soon. There are payment plans, so you're welcome to go over there very, very quickly and get one of those payment plans. I think they do offer like buy now, pay later on some of the options, but you got to go through the process to see if that's available. But you could get on a payment plan. Because you're thinking, I know what you're thinking. You're like, how am I going to build a website that does all that? You're not. We are. We build the website for you. Give it to you finished. All you have to do is do what I tell you to do, because you're going to work with me, and your business is going to make money, and you're not going to be involved. Are you telling me, Sean, I could be on the beach, kick back, sipping a margarita or some sweet lemonade, and my website is making money for me? That's what I'm telling you. If you don't believe me, just go check them out. All right, I got to go. See you guys in the next video. And again, hard times are coming. My advice, don't let them come to you, okay? All right, guys, have a good night. Peace.